Let's start with some dreams. I call it the 5Ds factors. It's drive, dream, develop, discuss, and desire. Drive is think about what really fires you up and what motivates you. What is it that gives you energy and a great sense of personal fulfillment? What do you care deeply about? Tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. That really makes sense. Most of us don't have goals, and that's very dangerous. And sometimes when we realize that it's getting to the time that God is calling us, probably that's when we want to set goals. So we need to start setting goals now and work towards it. Most of the time when we don't set goals, you realize that, it's like a Methuselah. And I think you guys know the story of a Methuselah. Okay? Improve overall performance in your life. Increase the motivation to achieve most out of our life. Increase your pride and self-satisfaction. Improve self-confidence. Helps to eliminate the attitudes that holds you back and cause unhappiness. So, not setting goals, these are the reward. We can become more passive, and you know about passive anger. It's impossible to do any real evaluation of yourself. We can fall into the trap of doing something just for the sake of doing something. This is very important. So, what is the timeline of goals? We have short term, middle term, and long term. You can set a short term goals by doing what? Weekly or daily, writing things down. What is the next thing you want to accomplish? So middle term looks into something day-to-day stuff. Actually, determine short term, middle term, and long term depends on you. Because when you say long term, you're talking about 12 months. Middle term can be probably a month to 6 months. And short term can be daily or every minute. I won't go into the detail of this. It's very well explanatory. Areas of goal setting falls into these 6 criteria. Career goals, family goals, health goals, educational goals, social goals, and financial goals. All these are very essential. And let me talk about the family goals. It says, meet your relatives, make new friends, find people who can help you to reach your goals. But go to the next slide that says on the family goals. Are we there? The goal setting process is very similar to that of your career goals, although possibly a bit more informal. Get your family on board and motivated to achieve goals. Sometimes, probably because of, we men, we don't normally get our wives involved in goal setting. Probably because they talk too much. I'm just saying that's my own opinion, not Pastor Jeddafi's opinion. But definitely, because once the chip comes down, they will be the one that will pick you up. I always believe that. Practice not to limit thinking to clarify your vision. Develop long-term family goals. Create an action plan to achieve long-term family goals. Develop short family goals. Create a family goal setting plan for short-term goals. Make a list of things to do at the beginning of each year. Make sure everything from the list is achieved. Do you guys know about health goals? Is a question, everyone. I know I'm the one talking. The reason why I said that is when I first got here, what I normally tell the students before lecture starts, we stand up and stretch and exercise for 5 minutes before lecture starts. And people start complaining, students start complaining and say, this is not an exercise class. And I said, look, once you free your mind and, be flexible, you will be able to, assess a lot of things that have been lectured. And they start doing that individually before the class starts, and they start enjoying that. To me, exercise is very important. A lot of things that kills a lot of people is lack of exercise. And you may even be fit. Stress in this environment is cumbersome. Everywhere, even coming to church can be stressful. It's raining, because I thought about that. It's like, pastor is going to call me this morning. I need to wake up. But the rain was so sweet. I wanted to stay in bed. So stress came up. So I had to manage it, got up, and got dressed. But anyway, we need to try and manage stress. Because you hear a lot of stories like Stephen Keshi passed away, Amadou passed away. And I truly believe that what's killing us a lot is we don't know how to manage stress. Because we believe that all the problems has to be solved. I don't believe that. You do what you can and leave the rest. I always tell people that I'm not going to die for trying to solve your problem. My own problem is enough for me to die. So let's start with some dreams. I call it the 5 Ds factors. It's drive, dream, develop, discuss, and desire. Drive is think about what really fires you up and what motivates you. What is it that gives you energy and a great sense of personal fulfillment? What do you care deeply about? Once we understand this drive, then we can work towards our goal. The dream. What have you always wanted to do? Where do you want to see yourself in a year's time? Dream more dreams. Develop. What nature skills, abilities, or talents do you have that could develop future? Discuss. Chat through the answer to some of these questions, friends. Are you being honest or completely unrealistic about yourself? Are there seeds of possibilities that could become real or reality? Then the desire. It will help you greatly if you can set clear and positive goals. You can then break down these goals into more immediate aims. Think about what next steps would be in order to fulfill the goals and aims that you have set to yourself. This is very important. When you look at these 5 days, that will be a structure of accomplishing your goal. And I hope you guys understand these 5 days. But if you don't now, the more you read it, the more you understand it. So we go into what's called SMART. S means specific. You have to be specific. Your goal has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timed. You cannot set goals and say your goal is 60 years goal. Some people do that, because I remember when I was little, I always say that by 30 years old, I'll become a millionaire. 40, I'll become a billionaire. When I got to 30, I said, okay, 40, I'll become a billionaire. Now I keep on moving it because it's not realistic. So get a specific goals, break it down, and look at whether it's measurable in terms of should be quantifiable in some ways. Achievable. Is it realistic? Is it possible? Relevant. All these things will be a guideline to see whether your goals are real. And there's nothing wrong having overzealous goals. But when you look at these criteria, then you can redefine your goals. So these are the 10 tips of setting goals. Your goals must be ambitious but achievable. There's nothing wrong saying you want to be the president of Nigeria. It can be achieved. But don't tell me you're 70 years old and okay. Because Buhari made it, so let me take that back. Okay. Second one, make a list of your goals. Write it down. Discuss your goals with your partner. Ensure that you set your own goal, not somebody's goals. That's why they always say, make sure you run your own race, not somebody's race. Set deadlines for each goal. Carry with you your list of goals. Be flexible when planning your goals. Give up things that are barriers to your goals. Be careful with whom you share your goals. Start a visualized goals. So, how do you act on a goal? You act by the action point. You begin writing a list of overall goals. The breakdown, the brainstorm, logical order, and you think whether it's measurable within the time that you assigned, and then act on your plan, then inform of your progress, then look for the reward. You have to learn how to reward yourself. I always reward myself. When I realize that I've done well, I pat myself on the back. Do you guys do that? You need to start patting yourself. If you've done well, no one to just pat yourself and say you've done well. That will make you feel good and set another goal. On acting your goal, try to visualize the outcome. What do you think the outcome would be? I will tell you right now, I want to become the president of Nigeria. Before I always say United States, and I realized that. Actually, let me even change it. I truly believe that I would say, I want to become the president of the United States. Before I was thinking that it can be achievable. But this election period made me realize that yes, because before we always believed that if you're not born in the States, you cannot become the president. But thanks to Ted Cruz, he was born in Canada, but now they're saying that he can still be the president. You know, they always have a loophole. So that's my ambition right now. And I will write it down when I get home, and I will see whether it's achievable. I have to do a lot of research to see whether it's achievable. Think about how will you feel if nothing changes. When you set goals and nothing changes, what do you think will happen? That's when anger will come in, right? And you have to learn how to manage that anger. Begin working on your goals now. Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised. Do not let other people's negative thinking put you off. A lot of billionaires today, most of their innovative ideas were knocked off by their friends, but they still set that goal and keep on working at it. Think positive. Reward yourself when you achieve your goals. So, ways to achieve your goals. The first layer is transform your passion into career. We always have passion. Think of your passion and transform it to your career. Visualize your dreams. I believe we all dreams, right? Okay. Set huge goals. So the second layer says put family ahead of work. A lot of us don't do that. When I was working in the States, and since then that's when I learned that I don't bring work home. Anything that I cannot do at work, I leave it there till the following day. Most of us will bring work home, and you get home, you don't have time for family. Even when you go to sleep, you'll be thinking about work. And God forbid, if you're long gone, the work still continues. Do you understand? So that's why I make that promise. I don't bring work home. Anything I cannot do at the office, I leave it there. I don't mind going to the office. Even if I'm in the office and I start feeling somehow, I'll stop, lock my door, lay on the couch, and sleep. You can knock on the door till your kingdom come, I won't open the door. So you need to know when the time is up. Put family ahead of work. Build real wealth through self-education. Overcome your fear. What is building wealth through self-education? Most of us think that once you have your bachelor's degree, that's all. Education is continuous. Even you can learn from your children. I think a lot of older folks learn from their children now because all these kids can get on the computer or the phone and run something on it. You won't even understand. So you can ask them. Don't feel that because you're older that you're too old to learn. Learn from your kids how they operate things, and that's a way of acquiring more self-education. Overcome your fear. Then the third layer, execute your plan daily. Become an entrepreneur. I think we've talked about that. Okay. Also, focus on your health and nutrition. This is very important. I try to work hard at this because I always promise myself, tell myself that this Coke bottle will be the last Coke bottle I will drink. And I don't know, something is just keep on taking me back. Yes, when I'm stressed, I just feel that I have to drink Coke. But Coke, and I always tell people when I see them drink, I say Coke is bad for you. I don't know why I can't put that tune that is also bad for me. But I think since I sat in this church, my last Coke was what I had last night. So, focus on your health and nutrition. It's very important. We need to try and see how many calories we get into our system. And what I do, I get more calorie a day in, but I try to exercise to burn up that calorie. Because if you say you're not drinking Coke, you're not doing this, and you get a daily calorie, and you don't even work out, that's dangerous. You need to work out and burn calorie off and get calorie in. And people that like pizza, make sure you work out a lot. Successful goal setting and achievement. Well-informed goal statements. They're below. Breaking goals into manageable steps. Motivation, reminders, and keeping on track. Frequent review and reassessment. We also need, once we've set goals and we're working at our goals, we need to go back and check whether we are working according to plan. So, can you go to the last slide? There's a famous quote by Benjamin Mays. Tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. That really makes sense. Most of us don't have goals, and that's very dangerous. And sometimes when we realize that it's getting to the time that God is calling us, probably that's when we want to set goals. So we need to start setting goals now and work towards it. Thank you very much.